Hi everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. I'm finally getting around to get the rest of my strawberries in the high tunnel. So today I'm going to show you how I built my strawberry stands, filled up the grow bags, and get the drip tape inserted and plant the strawberries. So stay tuned. So I need 9 of these stands built for my strawberries. And an interesting thing about the wood that we used, it was cut on the sawmill. It's some ash trees that had died from the emerald borer ash that we had cut down up in our old Girl Scout camp. We had 113 trees cut down about 5 years ago. So we saved all the wood and we've been repurposing it here, using it in the greenhouse and different projects around the farm. So it's my last one. One thing about ash, it's a hard wood and it's super heavy. I can barely even pick these things up, so we're going to use the skid steer to get them over into the high tunnel. Here's the space we're going to build the extra row of the strawberries. And man, it's getting really hot in here. I think I'm going to have to change out of these long coveralls and put my short ones on, so I'll be back. We have all the sawhorses put in place. Metal purlins that we had left over from a building that we put up years ago. It was extra, so we kept it. We knew we'd have to be able to use it for something, so we recycled them, and now they're the base for my strawberry bags. There's one little place in the front part where we didn't have enough metal, so we did put a piece of wood down. The next thing I need to do is fill up the bags and get them all in place. For you guys that watched my videos from last year, I went to an auction for a nursery that went out of business, and I won the bid on this big pile of perlite and also got some peat moss that's behind me over there. But now I get to put all this perlite to good use in the grow bags. The grow bags that I'm using are 3 feet long, and I'm going to fill them up with 100% perlite. I know it's a little bit different grown medium than I have in the Beto buckets, but because it is an enclosed bag, the perlite will stay moist a lot longer than if it was open, so it can be on the same watering schedule as all the other Beto buckets in the strawberry high tunnel. You notice I didn't fill the bag completely, and the reason being is when I place this on the strawberry stand, I don't want it to be in a tube shape. I want it to lay nice and flat. Now I need to close off the bag, and I use concrete rebar ties. They work really well, and I have a special tool for it, but of course I can't find it, so I'm going to use needle nose pliers. So grab the bag, twist it around a couple times. There we go. I have 7 strawberry Beto buckets that I haven't filled up yet, and I'm going to get my growing medium ready for them. I'm not going to use straight perlite like I just did in the grow bags. I'm going to use the same mixture that I already have in the existing strawberry Beto buckets, and it's half perlite and half peat moss. And the reason, like I said before, that I use that is because these guys dry out with the 4 times a day water. So I'll get this mixed up and get them ready to go. So the next thing I need to do is get the drip tape installed in all the grow bags. And it is really easy to do with a piece of rebar taped to it, and you just poke it through. And the drip tape that we're using is 0.22 gallons per hour. So it works out really good for the strawberries. This is a real simple process, getting the drip tape put through. You poke a hole in one end of the bag, feed your rebar through, get down to the other end. Oops. You hold it and you poke it back through the other end. There, ready to go on to the next bag. Got the plumbing hooked up to the dosatron system so we can deliver our nutrients. And always we put valves on each one of our systems because in case something happens you like to turn it off. This one is on a separate valve by itself. It's going to come on at a different time than the main part of the high tunnel. And I'm going to try a little bit of experiment. Right now the Beetle buckets come on for 8 minutes every 3 hours. I'm going to do this 4 minutes every 3 hours. So it'll be at 9:30, 12:30, 3:30, and 6:30. And we'll see how it works out with the watering. Hopefully it does very well and I don't have to use as much nutrient water in here, and that'll save us some money and some time. So I have my strawberry crowns soaking so they can get rehydrated before I plant them into the grow bags. And while they're soaking, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and go through and put my slits. And I put 5 on each side of the grow bag. It's on either side of the drip tape so they're evenly watered. So I'm staggering the holes on either side of the drip tape. Okay, ready to plant. So we took a paint stick and made a little groove to hold the roots so we can insert them into the grow bags. This thing works really good. So I kind of get the roots in there. You want to make sure you get all the roots inside. Let's push them on in until the crown's just right at the plastic level. Okay. So you're probably thinking, boy, did she get her strawberry plants in late. Yeah, I am, but last year, since we had a mild winter, my strawberry plants produced all the way through December. So I'm hoping to get that production again through December. We bought a heater this year that we're going to install, and I shouldn't have any problems keeping the plants going. I'm really excited about my grow bags because I'll be able to overwinter the plants I'm putting in today. And so next year I'll have 2-year-old plants in here and have a nice production. I'm going to have to pull the rest of the Beetle buckets and plant new 1-year crowns in them. But I'm always going to have a nice rotation in here. So I have 1-year-old crowns and 2-year-old crowns. Well, I'm going to end the video here. And if you guys like my content, please subscribe to keep my channel growing. And like always, please leave me any questions, comments, and suggestions down below. And we'll see you guys next video.